Good morning, artists. I want to show you something today that I think is pretty cool. It involves painting some reflections and some water down here on our landscape painting. And we have the sky, we have some faraway hills, mountains, but our hills just kind of blend into this bottom portion of the sky. And I'm going to leave this bottom portion of the sky, but it could turn into water. It could get covered up with land. So don't think too much about this for now because we are going to do more with our foreground, our front, our close-up layers later on. But for today, let's just think about the space between the faraway hills and our water. And to help me out today, the big trick, the big material that I'm using is painter's tape or masking tape. I'm going to pull this all the way out long with my arms. And just like when I taped my paper to my board, I don't let go and I keep my arms spaced really far apart to keep the tape nice and taut. And I'm going to line up the tape and try to make sure it's nice and level all the way across my painting. And then once I get it in a good spot, it's nice and level, then I put it down on one side and I press, make sure your hands are clean, all the way to the other side and off your board. And then you can pass the tape on to the next person. Now I have this really weird line and I'm going to paint not only up to my tape, but just over it a little bit. And I'm actually going to be painting the lower part where the water meets the faraway hills. I actually like to start with a little bit of white to give it some reflections. And one of the things that I'm doing is I am painting with horizontal back and forth strokes again, just like I did before for my sky. If you need to add a little water to your tempera paint, you absolutely can. And by going horizontal all the way from one side to the other, it'll start to make it look level, like a lake. And a lot of people say to me that they'd rather have a smaller pond. Well, we can cover up a lot of this later, but for now, go all the way from one side to the next side. And once you're done with that part, then you can go ahead and create some reflections. So one of the things that I do is I repaint my hills, and I'm using a little bit of yellow and blue, and I just paint it on the water upside down. You can repaint your mountain that way, and I just give a very slight indication of where it might be in the reverse. And I don't go crazy repainting it completely, because what I do next is I just get a nice wet brush, make sure it's clean and wet, and I just go horizontal all the way back and forth from one side to the next, and I just kind of smear that a little bit. If it covers up your water too much, you can wash your brush, get a little bit more white, a little bit more blue. And a lot of people think water is just blue, but it's not. It's often a reflection of a lot of things going on above it. And then last, I tend to do like some horizontal side to side little white wiggle lines. And you don't have to, but I just like the way these look. And that's how I do my water. And normally I'll try to wait a little bit until I peel the tape off, but I can't wait today, so I'm gonna go ahead and peel it off right now, nice and slow. And if you wanna make some changes, you can peek. I think I'll add a little blue there, create more of a contrast right here between my lake and my hills. Let's see, do another little peek. Okay, I like that. Here we go. We'll get a nice solid line between your hills and your sky. And then the next days we'll start to talk about what could go in the front here. Thanks.